All right, guys, welcome to the Virtual Sales Made Easy podcast, hosted by Family First Life National. We're excited to unveil this new aspect of what we do here at Family First Life. I know for the longest time we've been face-to-face, set your appointments, run your appointments, 30 appointments a week, 30 grand, 40 grand a month. But with everything that's going on in the last year and a half with the pandemic and folks having some fear of meeting strangers or meeting folks in their home, this platform has absolutely given some people the ability to make money while all this is going on. So what we're going to show you today is an actual in-home or an actual virtual appointment done by Linda Lampasso. Linda's been with Family First Life pretty much since day one. She's a Hall of Fame producer many times over. She issues 30 grand a month, and she's been doing virtual sales for the last year and a half. What she's so excited about is to show everybody just how simple it really is. It's not this whole big ordeal or this big process where you need all these tools and systems in place to do it. It's essentially the way she ran her in-home when she was sitting face-to-face is pretty much the way she's running her in-home virtually with a few minor adjustments, okay? A lot of eye contact. And if you pay attention, we're going to have some other types of training coming out alongside this, but she's going to tell you and show you exactly what she does. The only thing she's not going to go through in this video is obviously the personal information, social security number, checking account number, but she's going to lead you up to all of that point, and at that point, it's a done deal. But the intro, finding the need, all of that stuff is what the most important part of any sale is, and that's what she's going to go through. And more importantly, she's going to go through it virtually so you can see exactly how it's done. So I hope this helps, guys. Till next time, make it a big week.
Hey guys, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
Excellent.
Good. So Frank and Jamie, I'm Linda. It's a pleasure to meet you guys. How's your day going? Are you guys working together at the office today, or what do you have going on?
No, we work together.
You work
we're at the office.
Nice. What do you guys do for work?
Real estate.
Oh, real estate. How long have you guys been in real estate for? It's kind of a crazy time now to be in it, huh?
Right. 15 years.
Wow. Do you guys notice a massive difference in, just the sales and the listings with all the COVID stuff going on, or what's going on for you guys around that?
Yeah, it's definitely increased volume-wise. I mean, the prices are outrageous. We can't keep a house listed longer than 5 days.
Yeah, well, kind of a good problem to have. And I would imagine that you guys are doing some stuff virtually, or you guys still, I know you have to be in the field more so with real estate, right, to show houses, but are you doing some of your back office stuff virtually?
I mean, a little bit. I'm not the virtual type of guy, but yeah, some stuff we have to, or we are.
Gotcha. Well, I appreciate you guys getting on. We have probably 20 people a day we need to get squeezed in given, the COVID environment. So for us, virtual is really the way that we can kind of get to all the requests. So I do appreciate you getting on. I know it's not everybody's favorite thing to do, but we'll run through this pretty quick and get you guys, on with the rest of your day there. So I'm going to go ahead and start. I know I sent you a picture of this request, but this was the mortgage protection request that you had mailed back to us. And don't worry about reading it. I just like to kind of show you that's your handwriting. That's how we found you. Usually when we get these back, Frank and Jamie, it's pretty straightforward. You've got a mortgage, typically some concern. If something happens to one or both of you, we want to make sure that we can either pay it off or have some kind of a payment protection scenario. So can you tell me a little bit about that for you guys? I'm assuming it's the same scenario for you.
Yeah, I mean, we want to make sure, obviously, if, have kids, if something happens to either one of us, that we can continue to function in the house and not be strapped or stressed.
Okay. And how many kids do you guys have?
3.
3? How old are they? What are the ranges?
13, 18, and 20.
Gotcha. No judgment. No judgment there, Frank. Awesome. So just so you guys understand who I am, I work with about 20 different companies who actually provide the coverage. We do mortgage protection, we do straight life, we do final expense, retirement preservation. We really do everything under the life umbrella. Just going to ask you guys a few quick questions, and then we're going to get right into what the best fit will be for your scenario. It's definitely not one size fits all. Sound fair?
Okay.
Awesome. So if you could, Frank, and I know you guys kind of work together, and this may vary a little bit, but if you could just give me a monthly breakdown. This is whatever income you have coming in that Jamie and the kids are counting on. If something were to happen to you tomorrow, how much income are they going to lose?
If something were to happen to just me,
Correct.
I guess around $6,000
Okay.
a month, 6 to 8 grand, depending on how good the month is.
Okay. And then for you, Jamie, are you taking an actual salary? You know, how do things break down for you as far as your role in the business and whatever income you'd be taking in?
Yeah, I just have like a support role, so I just take a small salary of like $3,000 a month.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. And if something were to happen to Frank, do you see yourself being able to jump into his role to be able to take over so that you could recreate that exact income quickly, or would that take a little bit of time?
It would probably take some time because I don't have a license, so
Oh,
I would
okay.
have.
Okay. So, I mean, it makes sense to me, guys, as far as, you know, why we're talking about this, just in how your situation is breaking down. Just to be clear that we're on the same page, the way I see it, if something were to happen to Frank, God forbid, tomorrow, Jamie, you're going to be living on a couple $1,000s, if that, because it seems like maybe the business would kind of go under temporarily, you know, if God forbid something happened. I mean, you factor in losing your spouse, not having a license, dealing with kids, and all that goes with it. So are you guys in agreement on that we want to hone in and make sure we have something in place for Frank in the lease?
Yes. I mean, we do have some life insurance, so
Okay.
that would probably tick up for a little bit. And then, but yeah, you know, obviously that would make, you know, help with the income part.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Perfect. And we'll chat about that extra coverage here in just a second. So, all right. So together you guys look great. You know, we're looking at about, you know, $8,000 to $10,000 a month combined. Do you guys have any crazy debt or excessive? Oh, do we lose Frank?
Oh yeah, he's on a phone call.
Oh, okay. I'm going to hold a second. I need to make sure I have you guys both there and focus with me if you could. We just need a few more minutes.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. I know you're super busy. I just
Sorry
want
about
no worries. I just want to make sure that we're going through this together. We're all on the same page. Perfect. So together you guys look great. Any big debts you guys are dealing with, like big, you know, medical bills, super big car payments, anything like that we need to worry about?
Nope.
No.
Awesome. Okay. And the loan amount I show is at about $250,000, give or take. What's the monthly payment that you guys are making on that, or what's the monthly payment you're expected to make?
1746.
Okay. And then if you were to sell the home tomorrow, and you guys should be able to answer this pretty quickly given that you're in real estate, what do you think it would sell for? Do you have any idea?
350.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to say at the least we want to, you know, you've got about $75,000 of equity, give or take. So we want to make sure that at least we protect that equity, right? Because our goal is to prevent the house, you know, from going back to the bank in a foreclosure in a scenario where you might not be able to make a payment, or if one of you isn't on the loan. So in the lease, we want to make sure that $75,000 is protected. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then are you both on the loan, or just Frank on the loan?
We're both on it.
You're both on it. Perfect. So guys, that's a really good position to be in, and here's why. If you're both on the loan, any lump sum that we can help you with today is just going to help you with transition, right? So ideally we want to do the whole mortgage, but sometimes that's not possible. We're going to get into that. You know, could be health, could be budget, just could be sheer what you're willing to pay. But if you're both on the loan, we have some flexibility there, okay? So it doesn't have to be an all or nothing situation where you do the whole mortgage. It can be a partial payment scenario as well. So I just want to let you know you're in a better position than a lot of people we deal with, so that's a good thing for you. So tell me, Frank, health-wise, do you have anything major going on? Any prescription medications you're taking regularly?
No.
Okay. Any medications you should be taking that you're not? Like anything the doctor would have prescribed over the last 5 years or so? No? Okay. And and let me just ask this last question. Anything in the history, heart attack, cancer, stroke, major PTSD, anything like that? Okay. No
Nope.
depression, nothing like that. Okay. And what's a rough height and a height and a rough weight for you?
A rough weight?
Yeah.
5'8", 220.
Okay, perfect. And you're perfect. You're well in line with the bill chart, so no worries there. And then any straight life insurance. I know you mentioned you had some life insurance, so tell me, do you know what you have, roughly how much coverage you have?
We just have a few term policies we got when we were much younger.
Oh, okay. So roughly, do you know how much you have for Frank?
We each have 350,000.
350. Okay. So I'm really glad you have something. The way I would see that is you've got, maybe 5 years of income replacement, right? So that kind of makes what we're doing today even more important, because we don't want to eat into your income replacement portfolio, right? So we want to make sure we have, at least if we can, the whole loan and maybe a little bit extra. We can talk about that, but at least trying to make sure that full mortgage is secured, so that if something does happen, Jamie, you've got that income replacement chunk that you can just set aside for that purpose and wipe out the mortgage payment. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Last question is anything that can act like life insurance? Like, do you guys have, CDs, annuities, 401s, IRAs, anything like that still at risk?
Just a little bit of stock.
Yeah.
Okay. And the reason I ask, guys, is just because sometimes we can help use the funds you already have. We can reallocate maybe into, a product where we can give you a bonus. It becomes, an instant legacy, and we can actually prevent you from ever losing money again, but you can actually gain nicely. So that's why we bring it up. Roughly, what do you think you have in stocks right now?
About 120 grand.
Okay. So is that a concern for you at all? I mean, do you manage that yourself? Do you have an advisor that you work with?
No, I manage it.
Okay. So do you have any concerns about what's going on in the ups and downs in the market? Or are you concerned, are you happy with your risk? I mean, tell me about that.
I mean, I'm not concerned.
Okay.
I don't much pay attention to it. But, I pick up stuff here and there and let it go.
Okay. So are you at all interested in maybe looking at that scenario after we talk about the mortgage protection, or do you feel comfortable with what you're doing?
I mean, I'm always open to listening to something, but I'm not necessarily, like I said, looking for anything.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. So we'll just focus in right on the mortgage protection. That's what we came to do here today. And then if you decide that you want to look at an illustration or consider, another strategy for those funds, you can just let me know at the end, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so the good news for you guys is Frank is going to, or should qualify for, really our best product on the market, for mortgage protection. Everything that we do here is what we call non-medical, okay? We do not want to put you through a full physical, blood, urine, anything invasive like that. The reason being is 9 out of 10 times, the insurance companies are looking for something different, and they will rate you or decline you. And then we can't go backwards to this non-medical portfolio. So that's why I had to verify you guys in person somehow. Everything we do is either approved or declined on the spot typically. Okay, so I'll be able to price it out and ideally, move forward with coverage and have a policy number here in the next 10 or 15 minutes.
Okay.
So if you could, I've got the product lined out for you. Again, just to kind of reiterate, this product, there's a couple of really nice features. Number one, you will have the death benefit, whatever you select, and I'll run through the numbers here in a second. Second, if you became critically, chronically, or terminally ill, Frank, you could accelerate up to 100% of your death benefit if you needed it. In addition, at the end of the term that you select, you're going to get all of your money back tax-free. So it's really just a phenomenal all-around vehicle, and you should qualify based on what you've told me so far about your health.
Okay.
Okay, so can one of you guys grab a pen and pencil? I'm going to go ahead and read you these couple of options, and then we'll figure out what the best price is going to be for you.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so if we were to do the full, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you above the loan, and I'm going to do the full mortgage, okay? I know you guys will be able to afford either of these options, but just to kind of show you both. So if we were to take you up above the full mortgage, let's say we go to $300,000, just buys you another year of income replacement. The monthly premium, and this is for a 25-year term, guys, because what I want you to be able to do is to take that lump sum at the end of 25 years and either prepay your loan that you're in now or maybe put it towards another mortgage if you should shift. The good thing about this is this goes with you wherever you guys go. So it's on you, it's portable as long as you're making your premium. So if we were to do that $300,000 for the 25-year term, the monthly premium is $325 a month. And at the end of that time, you're getting back tax-free $120,000. So that's like having an IRA of, let's say, $150,000. Okay. The next tier down is just a home write-in on the mortgage, and that'll save you a little bit. So that'll bring you down to about $225. At the end of that time, you're still getting close to $100,000 back tax-free. So if we look at those two options, and I'm thinking you wrote them down, Jamie?
Yeah.
Okay. So if we look at those two options, is there a number that stands out as kind of a no-brainer number? Like we could definitely do this without, thinking about our budget?
I mean, obviously the second one. The first one we could probably do, but the second one definitely I feel would probably be most comfortable.
Okay. And that's what I'm after, guys. I don't want you to have to think twice, right, about the amount of coverage you're taking and that payment, because we want it to be something that you can sustain so you don't have to cancel this, okay? Just so you know, what we can do is we can make sure we get you approved. That's really the first step, because you could tell me one thing and it could show something totally different on your prescription check. I don't know. We have to run that. So the first step is making sure we can get you an approval. That takes me about 10 minutes. We do a quick electronic application. Once you are approved, you're going to have a policy number, okay? If at any time during the next 30 days, you want to make any adjustments, okay, we have something called a free look period. That's really there for your protection as a consumer. So we have time to do that. Okay, so as long as we're 100% clear that yes, we need this coverage, yes, we love the product, yes, we like the return of premium, we're just not final on our budget, I'd say let's move forward, put the application in and get you a policy number.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Does that sound good? So we're going to go with the second option then, the one for the 225, and that gives you the full loan. So God forbid something happens tomorrow, Jamie, you're square and you can pay off that loan. For you, Frank, the nice thing is if you're here after, for the next 25 years, which I'm guessing you will be, you'll get all that money back. And then you've had that access to the death benefit. Okay. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get my my e-app up and running. It's an e-application. I'm happy to do a screen share. Everything I'm going to collect is going to go into a secured site. I am going to collect things like your date of birth, your social security, your driver's license number. We will collect routing account information. If for some reason this doesn't get approved, they won't draft it. But if it does get approved, they're going to draft that premium usually within about 24 to 48 hours. That way we can make sure the coverage is enforced for you. Okay. Do you guys, do you want me to share the screen or you guys just want to chill and I'll collect the information?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Do what you got to do.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead in here and I'm going to get everything up and running.
Are you done with Jamie?
Yeah. Do you need to head out, Jamie?
Yes, do you mind?
No, not at all. I can wrap everything up with Frank and then I'll give him all the details. Just make sure, Jamie, I know we've made this connection. I'm going to give Frank my phone number again. God forbid, Jamie, if anything does happen, please call me directly, okay? My job is to help walk through everything, and I just want to make sure you know that I'm a point of contact for you moving forward.
Okay, thank you.
All right. It was a pleasure meeting you.
You too.
All right, Frank. So let's run. We'll get through this super fast. And for time's sake, we're going to assume that the application is now filled out. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send you an email. So this first email you're getting, Frank, is just like a HIPAA disclosure. So I'm going to go ahead and shoot that over to you now. You're just going to pull it open. It's going to ask you for an access code. So I'll give you that access code when you pull it up. Did you get that there?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, cool. So the access code is 94372. All right. And then once you get in there, you're just going to click accept. You're going to review the documents, click accept, and then at the bottom, you'll go ahead and type in your signature, or you can actually sign the signature.
Okay.
Okay.
Done.
Perfect. So I've got that signature capture back in here. I'm going to go ahead and initiate underwriting. That just means I'll know here in a minute or two if we have any red flags that are going to cause a decline. Perfect. So
All
it
right.
looks great. I don't see any red flags that says you should qualify. We just need to run through the rest of this application. Perfect. So let's assume that we've run through the rest of the application. We're here at the end. So Frank, I'm going to send this over for a final signature. There's going to be multiple pages that you'll need to sign. So you'll just run through the prompts there. If you get tripped up, just let me know. And I've sent the email. And then let's assume Frank has signed off on everything. Perfect. So it looks, I've got your signature captured here. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and hit submit. And this will be the final factor here. And we should have an instant approval based on what we've seen so far. Perfect. So you're 100% approved, Frank. Hopefully you can still see me. I think we have a little, oh, there we go. Perfect. So I'm not sure if you heard, Frank, you are 100% approved. Okay. So if you could write this down, I'm going to give you the policy number for now. What will happen is Americo is going to pull that premium in the next 24 to 48 hours. As I said, that means your policy is in force. So if something happens, it's going to pay out. Right. Okay. And then within the next 3 weeks or so, you should receive the physical policy from Americo. If you don't have it in that time, please reach out to me directly. Also, I want to say this as well, because, there are so many forms that go out and it gets a little bit confusing. If you get a call from anybody else, just to be clear, nobody should ever be calling you, telling you that they need you to fill out another piece of paper for the policy. It's 100% done. The policy is in force once they draft. So if anything is needed, I'm going to be calling you directly to let you know, okay? There's a lot of weird stuff going on out there. Just want you to be aware.
Okay.
All right. Any questions for me? I know I gave you the policy number. Just to reiterate, we're doing the full mortgage for the 25-year term. At the end, you're getting back all of that cash, 100. Uh-oh, we lost a connection, so let me dial back in.
I'm here.
Okay. So I lost connection, but you're still there? You can hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. So just to wrap up, I think I just was running through your return of premium. All of that will be outlined in the policy. So again, if you have any questions between now and when you get the policy or when the policy comes, please call me. We can do a review as well of the policy or make any changes that you might need.
Awesome. Sounds great.
Awesome. Well, it was a pleasure working with you guys. I'm glad we could get this important coverage squared away for you, and I'm here to help in any way. So hold on to my number, and we'll talk soon.
Will do. Thank you, Linda.
You're welcome. Have a great rest of your day, Frank.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.